Hello, belief and reality, folks. I hope that this video finds you well, as best as you're able to, considering the circumstances, and that you're kind of enjoying, getting close to the finish line here. Okay. So I wanted to just kind of, send a little welcome back video, for this kind of sixth week, which is crazy to think about. 6 weeks in, and we are still plugging along here. And it took me 6 weeks to figure out that all I have to do is take this off my head and put it on my desk, and I can use it like a microphone. So I don't perpetually look like I'm flying an aircraft, even though maybe that looked kind of cool. So this week, what we're going to talk about is, and you'll see some links here. There's not many today, but we're going to talk about the nature of freedom. And usually this is kind of the last week of class and usually the last topic, but I structured it a little bit differently since we're kind of working through this online interface right now, where, all of that which we've been talking about all semester, both on the epistemological side of thinking about knowledge and, the past couple of weeks on the metaphysical side, asks some really important questions about the nature of freedom, right? Like, how free are we really? Okay? Because obviously we have epistemological constraints of what we know, what we claim to know, what it is we can know. We have perhaps metaphysical constraints. And we're having this conversation right now in the middle of a pandemic where we're forced / encouraged / the responsible thing to do is to stay home. So how much freedom do we have, right? If I went outside right now, am I free to do that? Am I free to, behave in ways that maybe are antithetical to guidelines right now from the CDC, from governing bodies, right? So I'm not really totally interested in diving down that wormhole, but I am interested in, again, kind of thinking about the nature of freedom and kind of again, trying to put it in the greater context of the entirety of our class. And so as you'll see, I've got a couple of recorded videos from last summer that I did for Belief in Reality because I finished that course with this topic. And so that'll be kind of the way that we talk about it this week. And again, there's so many kind of connective aspects here. Even thinking about, last week watching Three Identical Strangers and how free were them in that conversation of nature and nurture, right? And then you take it a step, or I guess that was 2 weeks ago. And then you take it a step further and you think about how free are we in deciding our identity? Are we a product of our environment? Are we a product of our genetic? Are we both, et cetera, et cetera? Again, freedom is wrapped up here in this kind of overall concept and these overall conversations that we've been having through the entirety of the semester. And so I encourage you to, watch. There's, I think, only one video for today and then a couple for Thursday that I recorded again last summer. So I might reference dates. I might reference projects. You can dismiss those references because they don't pertain. And then next week, we'll have kind of a summing up of the class because we've got 2 weeks left. We've got this week, and then we got next week. And then it's summer break. And I'm sure it's going to be a strange summer for all of us in various regards. But next week, we're going to watch a movie on Tuesday, and you'll see what that will be in your folder for next Tuesday. And then your final assignment will kind of connect with some of those themes. So this week, I hope you enjoy the discussions. I hope you enjoy kind of the way of thinking about freedom and thinking about the question of how free are we really? It's a powerful and challenging question.